Hey everyone, it is Thursday, March the 6th. The time right now is 11:53 a.m. and the temperature is 11 degrees Celsius. And this here is Markham Street. And that would be the western entrance to Bathurst subway station straight ahead. And the plan for this one is to turn right here onto Bloor Street West. And then I will continue on west all the way to Kipling Station. So this is the Koreatown neighborhood. I had recorded a ride that started at Victoria Park Station and headed west along Danforth and Bloor Street. And just as I was getting to Christie Street, which is just up ahead here, my camera stopped recording. So that ride was cut short, so I said I'd come back and finish off the rest of the route. So that would be this ride. These bike lanes are on the narrow side, but I'll see if I can somehow get ahead of this group of people in front of me. There we go. I just think I'll be moving a bit quicker than them. Here's Clinton Street. And coming up will be Christie Street, and just on the right is the entrance to Christie Station. And we'll be riding past Christie Pitts Park. And these are the bluest skies we've had in a while. It's kind of nice to see them. And this is the Bloor and Ossington neighborhood, sometimes referred to as Bloor Court Village. And as you can see, compared to what it would normally be like, it's virtually a ghost town around here. And this is Ossington Station, so this would be the third subway station on this trip. Ossington Station is just on the right there. Off of Ossington Avenue. It was nice of that driver to get hung up in the middle of the intersection like that. So we're still in the midst of a stay-at-home order. So most of these businesses are closed and limited to curbside pickup only. So that would explain the little activity you see. And I get kind of jealous seeing videos from the States, particularly around New York City, and how lively and vibrant it seems, at least relevant to here. Toronto is normally a city that's bustling with life, especially on the major routes like this. And the next major street will be Dufferin. There's the Bloor and Gladstone Library on the left. Really don't like it when cars creep out too far like that. So here's subway station number 4. That was Bathurst, then Christie, then Ossington and Dufferin. So I'll be riding past all of the subway stations west of Bathurst on line 2. Here is Brock Street. And this bike lane was installed last year, and it starts at Dawes Road on Danforth Avenue, almost all the way to Scarborough. And it runs along Danforth and Bloor Street to Runnymede Road, which we'll be going by. It used to be just a much shorter stretch of bike lanes through downtown and the Annex neighborhood, but fortunately that was extended. And this is Lansdowne Avenue, so just to the right there is Lansdowne Station. And coming up will be Dundas. There's the Value Village on the left. And that's the West Toronto Rail Path. No, it's not. That's still coming up. I'll let you know when we go under that. I had the wrong tracks. But those tracks and these ones coming up converge at a point and form the junction triangle. So this is the West Toronto rail path. And there is a GO and Airport Express train station just here on the right. And across the street is Dundas West subway station. Inexplicably, they are not linked together. That guy's hauling pretty good. And here is Dundas West. So for the most part, Dundas runs parallel to Bloor Street. But here it intersects it just to the south at the start of Roncesvalles Village. It turns east. And to the north of here, it turns west and runs parallel to Dundas through the neighborhood known as the Junction. And when I get more to the west side of town in Etobicoke, Dundas will intersect with Bloor again. So that's Indian Road, and Kipling Station is coming up just on the right. And then once I get through the intersection, on the south will be High Park. That was Keel Street on the right, and Parkside Drive on the left, and High Park on the left. I did a video through Bloor West Village that started at Jane Station and went into High Park last week. And then right after that, I did a live stream. And one of the reasons for the bike ride today is the past 2 days I've done a regular video and then recorded a live stream. So I guess I'm giving my walking muscles a rest. And this is the High Park Swansea area. I guess this would be the main entrance to High Park on the left. Hopefully they've taken all the fences down around the cherry blossoms, as there's not a whole lot to see right now. High Park Station is just in the north of here. You can get there from High Park or Quebec Avenue. And that's this street coming up. I'm not a fan of people that walk in the bike lane. Now I've got a nice uphill climb, and this will take us over to Runnymede, where the bike lane will end, and I'll be on my own all the way to Kipling Station, which is the western terminus. This person better get out of the bike lane. Excuse me! These people are like mindless lemmings. So there's the Runnymede branch of the library on the right. And just one more obstacle to go around here. A Garda World security truck. I think that's pretty much the same thing as a Brinks truck. Take a good look over my shoulder. And here is Runnymede Road, and just on the right is Runnymede Station. And this is Bloor West Village. So let the games begin. The bike lane ends. Street parking begins. So coming up will be Jane Station. And then I'll be riding past the old mill. And this is Windermere Avenue. So I think this ride will be about 12.5 kilometers or so in total. Alexa told me it was 7 degrees when she woke me up around 8. So just up here on the right is Jane Station. And there's the Humber on the right. That's a movie theater that suddenly shut down. I think it closed down before COVID. I'm not entirely sure. There's Riverview. So you can turn right and dip down into the old mill area, which is rather nice. That'll take you right past the Humber River. I think that would be the best place to turn right. There's a lot of high-end and older but extremely nice homes. So this is the Humber River, and that appears to be a street sweeper in front of me. That one cyclist just flew around it like it was nothing, but he's a bit more hardcore than me. So this is Old Mill Terrace on the right. And this next street is called the Kingsway. And this little uphill jaunt will continue for a few more blocks. This is a rather affluent street. It's kind of a Flatiron style building. Never really noticed it was done in that style before. I'm trying to take this hill without standing up. But for the most part, this is about as bad as uphill climbs get. Maybe going north up to St. Clair along any of the major routes around downtown is a bit worse. I'll maintain a geared bike isn't all that necessary. Toronto's relatively flat. That bus is a training bus. Looks like there's a guy with an instructor on board next to him. So this area is known as the Kingsway. often you'll see the neighborhood BIA name on the street signs. We're on a retail stretch like this. So when I'm making these videos, I can always cheat. Just glance at the street signs, which is what I just did. I was pretty sure I knew the answer anyways, but it never hurts to be totally sure. And this is Royal York, so just on the right is another subway station. And on the left, it'll take you down into Mimico. And you go right past the art school where Keanu Reeves attended. There's Kingsway Theatre on the right. I've talked about some of the controversy surrounding that place in prior videos. This is Montgomery Road. Wonder if it's named after the same person Montgomery Avenue was named after in Midtown. And those towers up ahead are Islington Village. So there's 2 more subway stops to pass by Islington, and then, well, I won't be passing by Kipling, I'll be heading into there. And this is Aberfoill Crescent. There's Harry's Steakhouse on the left. So I haven't yet passed where Dundas intersects Bloor again. But if you were to turn right on Islington coming up and then make a left on Dundas, you'll be heading through the Islington Village neighborhood. Just to my right, I can see a subway train rolling into Islington. I think this line was built in 1966. So this is Lothian Avenue. The next should be Islington. And if you're heading over to the neighboring Mississauga, that's where you used to have to go to catch the Mississauga Transit. But they have since moved all but one of those buses to the west of here, to the new bus terminal at Kipling Station. Actually, don't want to be in the right turning lane here. So there's the bus bays on the right. And we are well into the former borough of Etobicoke. So prior to the 1998 megacity amalgamation, this area used to be its own city. And some people have said that I don't get out to the former boroughs enough to make videos. Oh, there goes an eastbound train. And aside from North York, that's probably true. I went out to Scarborough a few times over the winter. And Etobicoke. But I'll be doing more of that this summer. And those towers off to the left are part of the new developments springing up like crazy around Kipling Station. This area definitely has more of a suburban feel to it though, even though there's condos sprouting up. There's Toronto Police 22 Division on the left. And here is Dundas Street West. So this will dip south of us here, and then it'll bend to the west and run parallel again to Bloor Street, only this time south of Bloor. So I could go left here and then go right, but we're going to stick to Bloor Street a bit more. And this whole area is the old Spaghetti Junction. There used to be a movie theater over there. And it was a big US highway style interchange that the city went to great expense to reconfigure. And this little street here might be one of the shortest streets in the city. It's called Jerry Howarth Drive. He's a former Toronto Blue Jays broadcaster. Tom Cheek and Jerry Howarth. Jerry might still be a broadcaster. And I think it's Tom Cheek who unfortunately passed away. And this is Kipling Avenue. Let's see what happens to this bike lane here. I don't have high hopes for anything good. So not too far to the west of here is the city of Mississauga. So I think what I want to do is make a left at these lights coming up. Oops, I might have jumped over into that lane a bit early. I probably could have taken Joplin Avenue there. There is nobody behind me. So Auckland here should take me straight down to Kipling Station. And when I get there, I'll make sure I correctly captured this footage. If not, I guess I'll make some adjustments. Take a break and record the ride in the reverse direction. I don't really want to have to do that. But I have had a few issues this year where I didn't set my camera up correctly. And here we are at Dundas Street West. So there's a GO station and GO bus terminal straight ahead. A Mississauga Transit bus terminal that's shared with the GO bus terminal. And the western terminus of Line 2. And just to my left, out of sight, is Apache Burger. And that Starbucks is no longer there, like a lot of Starbucks in the city. I remember meeting a friend who lived way out in Burlington, and we kind of decided this would be an easy halfway point to meet. That was about 5 or 6 years ago, and we just hung out at that Starbucks for a while. So well to the south of here will be Lake Ontario and the New Toronto neighborhood, along with the Long Branch neighborhood. Ken from the Ken Continuum just did a walk through New Toronto. I have not watched it yet. I'll be heading over to Mimico at some point and doing a walk. So on the right is the new bus terminal and the GO train platform. There's the Ttc Bus Platform here at Kipling. And this is one of the cheapest and still quickest ways to get to the airport. You can take the Airport Rocket, which is the bus right there. Although not too many people have been taking that over the past year. And still probably won't for a few months. So I am just riding over to the eastern entrance to the station here. There's always a parade of buses turning out here. There's a look towards the streetcar or the subway cars or tracks, and there is Kipling Station. All right, I hope you enjoyed this ride along Bloor Street from Montgomery Road, right by the Bathurst subway entrance, all the way along Line 2 to here at the western terminus of Line 2 at Kipling Station. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I am still waiting for some gear that'll allow me to live stream bike rides. It should be the same vantage point as this. I could use my action camera, but I don't think that's ideal. I'd rather use my phone. Anyways, if you wish to support the channel, you can check out my Instagram. Let's wait for this train to come in. My Instagram. I also have a Patreon where memberships are available, as well as my YouTube page itself. That might be the very train that I take eastbound back to the city. I don't know why I tried to unhook the camera. It's in there so tight. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.